hello and welcome. I'm Peggy. Thank you very much for sharing a part of your day with us. And we are going to celebrate today. And I'm just excited about what is available for us to do because the fall is here and the nice weather, and it's a fun time to do something. And the Greenville Symphony Guild always has something very special to do. And this year, they're having, of course, this wonderful tour of homes. And that's a real fun day. And we want everybody to participate. And we're going to tell you all about it. But I wanted to introduce first Deborah Strange, who is the president of the Guild of the Greenville Symphony, and Betsy Cates, who is the president-elect. And thank you for being here. Now, the symphony is 69 years old.
Yes.
This year.
Big birthday.
A big birthday. And when you think of the marvelous music that they have given to the upstate and all around, plus the educational opportunities to children.
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean, I've worked as a volunteer myself, and there's nothing quite as exciting as seeing a little child walk into and you know they've never been in a concert hall, and they sit down, and all of a sudden the music starts, and it's just they're just kind of overwhelmed, and it's exciting.
It's wonderful to watch the excitement on their faces as they pull into the music and listen and watch the conductor. And we have such a wonderful and lively and marvelous to watch conductor. He loves working with them, and they respond to him beautifully.
Well, I think we do. Oh, we've got lots to share with. But speaking of that, I wanted to show you this picture that I thought I had. There, talking about the children. Here is our maestro, the conductor of the Greenville Symphony, with a little girl that obviously is really enjoying herself.
She was one of the winners.
Am I holding this right?
The students compete to be a student conductor at the Michelin Children's Concerts, and the winners get to go up on stage and conduct with the maestro, and he assists them in their work.
This is important for children, and they give concerts all year for schools, for school children. And you know that many of these children would not have an opportunity to hear this kind of music if the orchestra didn't go in there and play for them.
Right. So you have the Michelin Children's Concerts, and that's a double concert on the same day, and the kids come in on buses. The Guild assists in the ushering process with that, and also as traffic control for the buses, making sure all the students get to where they're supposed to sit, and making sure they all get back to their buses safely to go back to school. Then we have a middle school concert, which is also well attended. We have had it in the past at the Kroc Center. This year will be at the Gunther Theater beside the Peace Center.
Well, there are things going on all the time that are beneficial to families and children, people who might never go to a symphony orchestra, but the outreach to the community is tremendous.
Yes.
And of course, the Guild of the Greenville Symphony is kind of the backbone. They raise the funds and feed the orchestra and do all kinds of good things. And you have something coming up that I think is very exciting.
Yes.
So tell us about it.
So this year, one of our annual fundraisers is the Tour of Homes. We have done this for 38th year for the tour.
38 years, okay.
And this year is going to be in Green Valley. I'm going to let Betsy take that and lead with it a little bit.
It'll be in Green Valley, and we will have the Furman kindly allowed us to include the President's House on the tour.
Okay.
And that was the first home built in that area. Mr. Daniel built it there, and then many of the other families in Greenville came out and built large homes in the rolling hills out there. So this is a beautiful home, and it's kept in museum quality, and so we're just really fortunate to be able to take some people through it with its exquisite antiques and carvings.
And there is a wonderful portrait by Gainsborough in the home, which is a wonderful
this
thing.
is the 38th year that the Guild that you put on a homes tour.
Correct.
And this year it is all centered in Green Valley, which is out beyond Furman University. Hopefully there will be delightful weather.
We're planning on it.
Yes.
And the dates for that, of course, are October 7th, 8th, and 9th. And you can make kind of a mini holiday.
Yes.
Go for the day and take friends or whatever. And the homes are open to go through a tour.
There'll be ticket sellers at each homes and docents in every room to provide information about the house.
And there are 5 homes
Correct.
open to the public. And every dime that you take in stays right here in Greenville.
It does.
And goes to support the Greenville Symphony Orchestra and the concerts that they give for school children and all the things they do all year long.
We do.
And it's exciting, really is.
The theme this year is Mansions to Modern. So we're going from
Mansions to modern.
a historical reproduction mansion, which White Oak certainly is, with beautiful antiques. There's another home, also large and well appointed. And then, Betsy, if you can talk about a couple of others.
Some craftsman style houses that have, I think, new and exciting floor plans with, instead of sort of a bonus room stuck off over the garage, they've reconfigured it a little bit and made wonderful entertainment areas right at the top of their stairways. And one of the homes has a lot of a couple of the homes have energy conservation features. One is very efficient with all kinds of extra insulation and to make the requirements for electricity very, very small.
So now this takes many volunteers.
Yes.
Because you have to have somebody in every room.
Exactly.
Right?
So we will have approximately 300 volunteers on the ground in each room, taking tickets, giving descriptions of features of each room of the home, things that they should look at, and we're looking also for particular, someone who's done a wonderful paint job. We have that information available if someone is inspired and wants to get in touch with a merchant who has provided something like that. So we act as an assistant to the community at large, to help them learn about new home styles, to help them see beautiful, gracious living places in Greenville, and also to help local businesses advertise their product and see it all in a very convenient, fun way to do it in one day.
So, but it actually goes on for 3 days. So if you can't go one day, you can go the next.
Right. If you don't want to do all 3 days, then. But if you can do one house one day and you can come back the next day.
So you buy a ticket and it's good for the whole 3 days. You can go and come as you please, or you can stay and do them all in one day.
Right.
And it's in the Green Valley area of Greenville. If you're a newcomer here, it's out beyond Furman University, a very lovely section. And this is 38 years.
For the tour of homes,
And it takes lots of volunteers, doesn't it?
Yes. And we end up getting lists of people both from our membership. We have some folks from Greenville Newcomers Club that also help us out. Some friends have had such a good time seeing houses on the tour that they actually came back. They're not necessarily a member of the Guild, but they had a great time, and they want to help us work, so they come and do docent work for us as well.
So now they can come and tour the 5 homes. Is there a place if somebody wanted to make a day of it and is there a place to have lunch out there, or have they planned anything like that?
This year, the people seem to like to go to all the restaurants and Travelers Rest and around Travelers Rest. It's very close.
Kind of let people make their own plans.
Right.
Yeah, there's just so much going on in the fall that we thought that was be more fun, because Travelers Rest is quite near.
Yes.
And there are restaurants over on the highways.
So you can make a fun mini holiday. But this is, let's see, we have these, this is one of the homes.
That's
is
White
White,
Oaks, the
yes.
president's home.
That's the president of Furman University. That's his home. And that is a fun thing to go through, I'm sure.
And
About
this-
9,000 square feet. It's-
This, that particular home was based on the Governor's Palace in Williamsburg.
Okay, and then here's another one that will be featured.
And that one is beautiful. It's all kinds of fun ways of using stained glass inside, and a very interesting backyard with a spool. And I had to ask if that was a typo when the owner sent me the information. And he said, no, it's a spa pool. So I had to go and see it. And it's about 12 feet square with benches on one side, but it can be heated, and it has jets just like a spa. And so it's, you know, it's just a fun backyard thing for them, and they have an outdoor kitchen out there too. So
This takes a lot of doing, and the money, it's like $20. Did you give me a thing
yes,
that tells you?
it's on the
Right, the advance.
It's $20 in advance.
Right.
And $25 on the day of the tour.
Right.
And people can go to the Guild website, which is guildgso.org, and they can find out about the tickets, and they can order the tickets there. They
And I
can-
think we also have a phone number. I think we'll put it up, but I have it all here if you didn't get it. But this is a wonderful adventure that people can do and enjoy themselves for a whole day, and the money goes right here. And tell me about these concerts that I love this picture, that they do for the children.
So
This is precious. There is a maestro who is, of course, the conductor of the orchestra with a little girl.
Well, this was taken at last year's Michelin Children's Concerts, and those are 2 back-to-back concerts at the Peace Center. And Greenville school children are brought in by bus to attend that concert. And then,
And this is done free of charge for the
Yes.
schools.
Yes.
And Michelin, I believe, pays for the buses.
right,
And so it's totally free to the schools. They have to apply. And it's a wonderful way. These are for, this particular ones are for the elementary school. And it's a wonderful way to educate them on classical music and start their music education. And hopefully they will go on to middle school and be able to attend the middle school concerts because they really look forward to it. And the more education of the arts, and I want to include all arts, not just music,
Yes.
but that encourages kids to stay in school and participate because they enjoy it so much. So I think it's a wonderful contribution to the school children to give them this enrichment and then, you know, and widen their horizons for their life.
and I think musical training in particular is always wonderful for instilling persistence and discipline in kids. You know, I saw the very thing in my son's high school. The strings program, all of the students in that strings program were in the top 25% of their class. They all found the music training useful. Some of them have gone on to science and math rather than the arts, but the music was definitely something that influenced and improved their education while they were in school.
Well, not only do we have a superb symphony orchestra here in Greenville, South Carolina, the programs, the outreach to the community and to the children in particular is priceless.
Yes.
And it does take funding to do this. So I mean, you don't get government funding or anything like
we do
that. So
not.
the money that is raised from, for instance, like the Green Valley Homes Tour that's coming up, goes right back into presenting these programs, especially for our children. And I think that's wonderful. And it takes many hours and many volunteers to put something like this together.
It does. And we're thrilled to do that. We also do a black and white ball in the spring.
Right.
That's our other major
Yes.
fundraiser. And we
And that's a gala event, so formal,
Okay.
and it will be held again this year at the Weston Poinsett Hotel.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back, so don't go away. Yeah.